I know we got to get to our power rankings at some point, but
Oh no, we doing that tomorrow.
are we going to talk about how bad Phoenix is?
I mean,
This team is
what is there
garbage.
to say that hasn't been said? They suck, clown.
They do 100%, Mars. That is a bad team, and I felt like we'll talk about them tomorrow when we get to our power rankings. But Phoenix is awful. That's a bad team, and I had them ninth in the Western Conference before the season started. I don't think Phoenix is making the playoffs. Forget the play-in tournament. I don't think they're making the playoffs at all. That's a bad team.
Chill. I said this last week, and I think I more so asked the question: which team was more disappointing, or who's the most disappointing team in the league? And to me, it's Phoenix. Now, obviously, you could throw the Sixers in there, but the Sixers have reasons why they've suffered injuries, and they added new pieces and stuff like that. This Phoenix team, for the most part, they've been healthy, and for the most part, they brought back the same core unit as last year. They just got worse.
They lost 8 of their last.
They're the biggest disappointment in the NBA.
They lost 8 of their last 10 games. I was huge on Tyus Jones, but the more I watch him, I was wrong about him. The more I watch him, he's a backup league guard. That's what he is. More than anything, he's a guy who supplements your starting point guard. He comes in, he'll give you 20, 25 minutes. I think he would be great on the Knicks. Take Campaign out of that lineup and put Tyus Jones in that lineup. I think that they're better. I think he's a better passer. I think that I think he's a better scorer, but he's a backup league guard. He is not a league guard on a team that's trying to vie for going deep in the playoffs. He's not. I think over the last 6 games, he's shooting something like I want to say 2 for 18 on the long ball. I mean, with the exception of the last 2 games that they played, I think he's shooting like 2 for 18 on the long ball. He's like 3 for 20 from the floor. No, he's garbage. No, the Phoenix Suns are bad. They get nothing from their 5-man, nothing in the hole, nothing. And they supplement that with Bobo's skill set looks like they should be better. That's just a bad team all the way around.
Nice. Antoine El Hosran sent through a members chat and said the Wizards are better / will be better than the Hornets. Y'all agree?
Yes.
I want your second of
Wizards
that game.
are better than the Hornets?
Yes. They're the worst team in the league. I thought we was doing that. I thought we was doing that. The power rankings today. The Hornets. They're the worst team in the league. They're garbage, trash.
They are not worse than the Wizards, but
they are garbage, Mars.
It's the second year in a row where you refuse to say the Wizards are the worst team in the league.
No, this Charlotte team is garbage.
But it's bothering me because they've been the worst team in the league for 2 years, and you refuse to admit it.
I couldn't give you last year, Mars. I seen a team lose almost 30 games in a row.
And Mars,
do that, Mars. Even if Detroit was better than them. Just for that sorry, pitiful shit that they did for 30 straight games.
No, that one's fine. That one's fine. Like, I disagree. I think Wizards were the worst team last year, but at least Detroit, they had an argument. Like that losing 400 games in a row is bad. So I get it. There's no way you think the Hornets are worse than the Wizards. There's no way.
I'm watching.
The Wizards are the worst team in the NBA. There's just no way.
The thing about it for me is it's like the Hornets still have LaMelo. Even if he plays 1 out of every 3 games. They still got LaMelo. The Wizards just don't got. They don't even got hope over there.
Just so you know, in the Washington, not the Washington Wizards, Charlotte, in last month, they've lost 12 of their last 14 games by an average margin of 15 a game. They're getting smoked by everybody,
in the tank,
including a 3-game losing streak where they lost by an average margin of 41.
Oh, yeah. You see what we did.
The worst in NBA history, I believe.
They are terrible. This Charlotte team is garbage.
Terrible, yes.
Trash.
And Charlotte are 4-0 against the Wizards. So good for them.
Charlotte is not 4-0. The Wizards just beat them a couple of nights ago. In fact, went into Charlotte and smoked them. They went in there.
No, I mean the Wizards are 4-0 against Charlotte. That's what I meant. Sorry. The Wizards are 4-0 against Charlotte.
Yeah.
So shout out to them. The Wizards have 11 wins, 4 of them against Charlotte.
Garbage.
Well, then they got to be better than Mars.
They might be a good matchup. Cool. In terms of the better team in the league, respectfully, they can be 4-0 against the Hornets, and then they're 7-48 against the rest of the league.
Yeah.
Right.
No,
wait. That's good. That's good right there, Mars. Because I like the when we talk about what's better. I like
than y'all though.
Yeah, I like to eventually get to the head-to-head. So if we're talking about like teams, just specifically teams, it's more important when we're talking about who's better. Like, what's more important is what I do against the rest of the league or what I do against you.
Well, when we talk about the best teams in the league, I think what you do against the league is important. When you're talking
more
about head-to-head, when you're talking about head-to-head, who's a better matchup for who? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to anyone in them. I haven't watched one dribble of any Charlotte Wizards game.
I hate to step in and interrupt this intense yap session that you're currently watching, but I just have to inform you on all the amazing, spectacular, fabulous, endless ways to play and win over at PrizePicks. Basketball fans, I know the season is just tipping off. Yes, I know this. But you know what that means? It means that you have an opportunity to pick your favorite players and their matchups that are the most thrilling, and you can win money from these. With PrizePicks, you can play daily NBA contests and test your hoop knowledge by choosing the player projections in every single stat line imaginable to make your prize picks and take home some nice hard-earned cash. Are you a rookie in the game? Don't even sweat it. I got the playbook for you right here. All you have to do is download PrizePicks, use promo code PANEL, and you will get $50 instantly when you play 5 here with PrizePicks. So what are you waiting for? Download PrizePicks, use promo code PANEL, and join me as we break down all of our amazing daily picks right here on the panel. PrizePicks, run your game, control your game, win your game. It's easy, baby. It's easy.
I don't know anything that's happened in any of those 4 games. Shout out to the Wizards for winning all 4 of them. I couldn't tell you how they won any of them. I don't know.
I don't know if
but
you
yeah,
pay me to watch
maybe they have that matchup.
Maybe,
maybe they have that matchup. Cool. You ask me who the worst team in the league is? It's still the Wizards. They might be better than Charlotte head to head, but at the end of the day, both of them are in the NBA. And if you ask me where they stack up in the NBA, the Hornets might be 29 and the Wizards are 36.
I'm with you.
Mars, they got to your point.
I didn't even hear that.
Against the rest of the teams, like you just said, what did they say? What did you say? 7 and
48.
What? So okay, 7 and 48. Okay, so the Wizards are 10 and 45. So they got 3 more wins. They still garbage. They still trash. And on top of them having 3 more wins, we beat y'all 4 times. So we getting punched in the face and we getting stomped on the regular, but so are you, and we stomping you.
But cool. That's why the Hornets can be the second worst team in the NBA. They're not the worst team in the NBA. The worst team in the NBA is the Wizards.
We actually
they're lost in net rating. They're lost in net rating. They have the worst offense in the NBA, and they have the second worst defense in the NBA. If that's not a formula for the worst team in the league, I don't know what is. They suck.
The second worst defense.
They suck. The worst offense and the second worst defense. At least the Hornets are 15th in defense. The average of something.
Okay, so all you did, because what we're doing right now is we arguing about who the ugliest chick is, right? And all you did was put some gear on her. She's still garbage. That chick is whack. She's still whack. Give me a break. You tried to make her fresh. No,
hey, just put some ugly bitches.
The Wizards right now
have ugly women.
The Wizards right now have the 5th worst net rating of all time.
Garbage.
They're an all-time bad team. All-time bad. Like this, there shouldn't be a conversation. The only teams with a worse net rating than the Wizards this year are the 93 Mavericks, the 2012 Bobcats, the 98 Nuggets, and the 2000 Clippers. They're the only teams that have a worse net rating than the Wizards. The Wizards suck. Bad basketball.
Man,
very bad.
Talk about putting the wig on a pig.
That's all you doing. That's it.
Cool, that wig can
wig and lipstick. That's all you doing. Still a pig.
So is it a gap? Is it definitely a gap between these?
To me, yes. The Wizards are in all-time bad territory. The Hornets just suck. The Hornets are just a regular sucky team.
No, I'm talking about a gap.
Are an all-time sucky team.
So you think it's a gap between the Wizards and the Hornets?
Yes, I think there's a gap between the Wizards and the rest of the league. If you ask me, there should be 29 teams in the NBA. The Wizards are not an NBA team. They're that bad. They suck.
For this season,
I need Wizards fans in the chat to confirm, because I know they're watching these games with depression. If they get the 5th pick, watch out for suicide rates in Washington. It will be bad.
That's crazy.
Wow.
You know how bad?
If they get the what pick?
The 5th pick.
Instead of the number 1.
So the NBA should rig it.
Get the 5th pick. You can't.
They should rig it and give them the number 1 pick. Just had a.
They deserve something. They deserve something, because this is bad.
And again,
you got to give them the 3rd pick.
And again, again, remember what the power ratings are about, Ron. The power ratings are about what you did over how long?
The last month.
Last month.
All right, over the last month. Now, don't get me wrong, Mars. I can't argue the fact that Washington Wizards are losing by an average margin, I think 13 a game. That's double what Charlotte is losing by. Okay, I won't argue that part. But over the last month, this is what I'm thinking about. Over the last month, the Charlotte Hornets have been abysmal, absolutely terrible, losing by an average margin of 15 a game over the last month. I think they're giving up 130, almost 130 a game. They're terrible, absolutely atrocious. And on top of that, they lost to Washington, in your estimation, an all-time worst basketball team. All time. Like, this team isn't bad over the course of, I don't know, the last 15 years. No, in NBA history, this is one of the worst teams. Washington has beaten them 4 times. Over
Yeah,
4.
like if you are truly going off the last month, like you say you are, the Wizards went 5-7. Does that mean you're gonna have the Wizards at like 22?
I'm not gonna have the Wizards.
Okay, so it's not off the last month. It's off the last month. They're 5-7. They've been better than like Phoenix. Are you gonna put the Wizards above Phoenix?
I'm so glad we're gonna talk about Phoenix because oh my god,
you have the Wizards above the Suns.
No, I didn't say that. I did not say that.
Okay,
No,
so that's my point. It's not just off the last month because if it was based off,
do you have the Wizards above the Suns?
I do not have the Wizards above the Suns.
If it was based off just the last month, you would have had the Wizards a lot higher. You would have had the Wizards in like the low 20s because they went 5-7.
I think they won of their last.
They even had a little 3-game win streak.
That's what I'm about to say. I think they won 4 of their last 6 games, something like that.
Like, but you didn't put them. You probably put them at 29 or 28.
Something like that.
So it wasn't just off the last month. So
it was since February 1st. That's what I'm going on.
So if they went 5-7, why do you still have them in the bottom 3?
Well, wait a minute. There's other teams. There's teams that have that. Not more than the last month.
Yes,
no,
it's fine to just say
that's why I got Charlotte. That's why I got Charlotte behind them for that reason right there.
The Hornets 5-7 is close to 500. They nearly played 500 basketball for a month. Why are they in the bottom 2?
Because there's other teams because we got to put Philly in there too.
That's all I'm saying. There's teams that have had by far worse months than the Wizards, but you won't put the Wizards above them because you know how bad the Wizards are.
You know what? I'm glad you brought that up, Mars. Ron, I might have to change my power rankings because we're going.
Yeah, go ahead. Go put the Wizards at 18.
I gotta push the Wizards up because we're going off the last month.
You don't.
Yes, I do. This ain't about the whole season.
But hold on, no. Chill. Hold on. The last month is a heavy indicator, but it's not. You're ranking the teams on where they currently are. It's not just about you got to look at like the last month is the closest that we get, but you still have to put everything into perspective.
Let me put the Wizards at 18. Go ahead. Put the Wizards at 18. The worst team we've seen in the last decade. Go put them anywhere but the last place. Go ahead.
Shout out the Wizards, man.
Stinky team.
And with that being said, tomorrow I am like the bottom 5 teams. We just talked about the Wizards and the Hornets enough for the whole bottom 5 teams.
So we don't want to talk about the Raptors and the Jazz?
No. When we do the power rankings tomorrow, it's going to start with 5 teams at the bottom, and then we're going to go from there.
The people want to hear their teams get spoke about.
No, they don't, Mars, because
we never talk about the top 10 teams.
Exactly.
So why don't you start from like the top?
Go from one day.
No,
because we
has
to be revealing. Yeah, it has to be suspenseful, you know? We got to get the people what they want.
Ooh, like, that's the suspense.
Listen.
Ron, you should go as far as have the first.
Everyone knows the power rankings tomorrow is going to have the Wizards and the Hornets in the bottom 3, probably alongside the Jazz. That's probably going to be
we don't need to talk about that.
And then the top 3 is going to be OKC, Cleveland, and Boston. We also know that.
Maybe.
No, we know that's the top 3.
We don't know.
We know that's the top 3.
But the 4 through 11, Mars.
Okay, so I'm just saying, save the suspense. Go fill out the top 3. It's OKC, Cleveland, and Boston. Fill out the bottom 3, and then we talk about the middle. You know my suspense. Everyone knows the top 3 is going to be OKC, Cleveland, and Boston.
Yeah, but that's a better conversation than us talking about what we're talking about right now.
Then start with the top 3 so that we can give them the due. Because we always get to the top 3 and we talk about it for 3 minutes. Because we spend 20 minutes on 21.
Or we could just do it the way Ron said, to get that first 5 out the way today, and we don't ever got to talk about it.
Yeah, but then we're gonna spend a long time talking about the Chicago Bulls versus the Sixers. Like, that's what's gonna happen.
I gotta go revise my I gotta go revise my
power. See Quentin Grimes? Come on, man.
That's what I gotta do.
Why? Watch, yo.
So you can move the Wizards up.
Yes, I do. I gotta move up the
Wizards. That's insane.
I got because because I gotta go.
Don't have to
I'm
do
moving
this.
Up. I'm 100% doing it.
Chill. Oh
The
my
Wizards
God.
the Wizards top 20 team over the last month. I'm doing it.
Top 20?
Top 20 team
They
over the
get
last
Chris
month.
Middleton now. They are playing
100%.
caliber team. Ox, you might have been right.
I understand possibly top 29,
Mhm.
but top 20 is crazy.
Ox, they might be making a late push for the fame. They only like 13
Considering
years.
over the last
I was
month,
so wrong about that.
over the last month, considering what other teams have been doing, I don't think that they Charlotte bad, but Phoenix is definitely.
There's no way you can put this team
Shout out
higher
Chris
than
Middleton,
29.
man.
They've won 11 games. They are
100%
they
have.
are
Yes, they
clearly no debating the worst
Mhm.
team in the NBA.
I
I don't care if they went undefeated in the month
Mhm.
of February. They've lost the most games in the NBA.
Mhm. And again, what
Chill.
the power rankings go? What do the power
Chill.
rankings go off of?
They've played 59 games.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Mhm.
go ahead.
And
The
won
Rockets have
11
a
of them.
worse record than the Wizards in February. Go ahead and put
They
the Wizards
are
on the record.
11-48.
We move team. What? First of all, when we do the power rankings, we move teams up and down
Mhm.
over the last month, considering what they are. We don't go off the whole season. We don't do that.
But everything's put into context.
Okay.
Yeah,
And-
fair,
Everything's put into context.
and
Put the Wizards above the Rockets. They have
So-
a better record. Mhm.
when hey, don't tempt me, Mars.
No, go ahead. I'm with you. I want this. Go ahead, put the
Oh,
Wizards
I ain't doing
above the Rockets.
I'm not doing over the last month. I'm not going to do that. No.
They have a
Mhm.
better record. Put them above Orlando, the Clippers.
Mhm.
Put them above all of them. They're better than them in February.
All right, y'all. Well,
Mhm.
we'll see exactly where Chill has them in the rankings tomorrow, and the cat's out the bag. So you guys do know tomorrow we will be doing our power rankings. So it's going to be interesting to see where teams lie.
It's the player choice way. Yeah, them boys don't get it started. The player choice way. Yeah, the player choice way. Come and switch lanes into the player choice way.